Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It is time for Taroscopes again. We're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Gemini. That's Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising for the month of September. Before we dive into that, let me just say hello to all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. You will find that this community is a community of like-minded, loving, and people who are just really looking to figure out how best to serve um, our evolution, as it were. And for those who have been with me for years, of course, you know how much I love you. Thank you so much for following me all these years. Now, before we get into the tarot reading, which I'm going to be using the Hermetic deck, one of my favorite decks to use for Gemini, it seems. Um, I'm gonna talk a little astrology. There are a couple of big things happening this month. Probably, well, a couple of big things to put them in order of bigness. After last month and the month before is really hard. It's all big. It's all it's all big. It's all transformational, and of course, we're at a time of great transformational change, a great opportunity to move in the direction that we want. You know, for so many years, we've all sort of been held back by people not seeing things and things not being evident, and the real clear lines weren't really demarcated. But we have real clear lines now, and we've seen things we never thought we'd see. However, all of it is a great uncovering or a great apocalypse, in that we are seeing things in a way we had not seen them before. And in the revelation of that, I think we're seeing that we can be um, agents of change. We are the people we've been waiting for. And so we can access this energy of change and put forward our best selves. So the first thing that happens in in September is that Uranus turns retrograde. Now, Uranus is an energy of um, sort of breaking freedom from the known, I guess we could say. It's a revolutionary, rebellious energy. And it is, of course, in Taurus. As we know, we had back in July, we had Mars make a conjunction to Uranus in Taurus. That was a big deal. The full moon of the 19th of August was square Uranus. That was a big deal. And now Uranus is decides that, well, it's time, actually. It doesn't decide, it's just the way things are, to stop and start to move backwards. Now, of course, no planet really moves backwards. It just is apparent from our perspective on planet Earth. So it has more to do with the fact that we have our feet on the earth than anything else. But in that, there can be less rebellion and maybe a review as Uranus goes backwards through the degrees that it had just gone through, to see what is it that we've rebelled against, what is it that is valid, what is it that was just in the moment, right? In the moment kind of energy. So we have an opportunity to do that. And then put on top of that the fact that Pluto moves back into Capricorn. Pluto will be in Capricorn from September 1st to November 20th. It goes direct retrograde right now. It retrograded back into Capricorn from Aquarius. And I believe it goes direct in October. I want to say the 17th, but I could be wrong about that. We'll call it the middle of October, and then starts to move forward again. And then by the time Joe Biden has his birthday, we will move with Pluto back into Aquarius, where it will stay for about 20 years. Now, what's significant about that is that Pluto moving back into Capricorn brings back all those years, right, of Pluto and Capricorn, 2008 to now, really. And so the 30th degree of Capricorn is a significant degree. If you want to know what that's about, you can always check out the astrology of the month of September, because I'll talk all about that at that time. But it is more of a traditional, Capricorn is more of a traditional energy. So we have the planet of rebellion uh, stationing retrograde, and then we have the planet of the soul moving into the more traditional sense of Capricorn. However, Capricorn is an earth sign and it is a feminine energy, believe it or not. Most people don't associate it with it because its ruling planet, Saturn, is associated with Father Time. But Capricorn is an earth energy, and so it is feminine in nature. And so practical considerations will be considered as we move forward through the months of September, October, and November. So we'll keep that in mind for those of you who might be a little concerned about the political machinations that are occurring. We have a new moon at, I think, 12 or 13 degrees. Hold on, let me see. Of, let's see, 12 degrees of Virgo. That'll happen on the 2nd. The full moon, which is the second, which is the second half of the lunation cycle, occurs on the 17th. It is a lunar eclipse. It's an eclipse. Eclipse season is starting again, guys, just so you know. And the full moon is at 26 degrees of Pisces. So that's significant. And then there are many other sort of things happening. Of course, this is the month that the sun moves into Libra. On that day, Venus moves into Scorpio as well. So we sort of have a double shift on that one. And then, Libra is a Venus ruled sign. And at the end of the day, Venus will square Pluto. And I believe, let's see, Pluto's in Capricorn, Venus is it? It's, hold on a second. Venus squares. Yeah, so Venus, that's Capricorn, Libra. It is a last quarter square. So it's a crisis in belief square around issues of love, money, and control. All right, so that's a little bit of astrology. So let's look at the cards. I'm using the Hermetic deck. I love the Hermetic deck for Libra. Well, I love the Hermetic deck for air signs, I should say. I know I'm not doing Libra. I know I'm doing Virgo. Gemini. Oh my God. As I'm doing this, I just want you to be aware that Mercury is retrograde. I have to do these ahead of time. So excuse me if it's like I just said, Mercury's not retrograde. We have nothing to worry about. But I keep making mistakes like that. It's because I'm doing this with the Mercury retrograde. So if you can have some forgiveness for me there, that would be helpful. All right. Just a couple more quick shuffles. Okay. I actually don't remember what last month said, so we'll have to see what this month says. Oh, goodness gracious. We start with the Fool. This is a Uranus card, right? Uranus turns direct retrograde the first day of September. So you're in a new position, a whole new place, a place you haven't been before. And so perhaps you've had to take a leap of faith. And you're in it now. You're in it. It's a new thing. Let's see what challenges that new thing. The Three of Pentacles. This is a money card, but I don't feel like it's you've jumped into a whole new thing and you don't have the money to do it. This card speaks to us of people who are really good at what they do, are experts or at the top of their game. And so it is possible that you have some doubt that you have the capability to do it. It's not about having the resources in a sort of monetary way, but maybe the resources in a like, do I have the expertise to do this? Let's see what's underneath it. We have the King of Pentacles. So this is saying you do. You do. And if you don't, there is somebody in your sphere that can help you. This feels like a father figure to me, or a grandfather, or somebody who wants to see you succeed. And so they're there to back you up if you need it. If you need that extra sort of professional help kind of energy. Let's see what it was in the past. The Two of Swords, this is it's called peace in this, but this is about being at a bit of a stalemate, at a crossroads perhaps. So you were at a crossroads, but now you have taken the leap. In the sky, we have the Three of Swords. This is about betrayal. This is about betrayal. So this is just a warning for you to just watch your back, I think. So there it is. It's sort of a kind of betrayal is in the air, but it doesn't necessarily mean that this has to be a reality. I feel like it's a warning from spirit. So just be aware of that. In the immediate future, oh, the Six of Cups. Yeah, nostalgia. There's a nostalgia that you could be spending more time with your family this month than you're used to. Maybe some old friends from high school. Maybe there's a reunion or a grammar school reunion or even a college reunion. But I feel like there's a coming together where there's nostalgia and a little bit of drinking. So it's not necessarily a negative. It's just, be aware. Take care. Pluto's in Capricorn right now. All right. How it's seen from the outside, I get the Hermit. You've been kind of hiding out. You've been hiding out, I think. But the Hermit is also a card of wisdom. And so either you've been hiding out and people are saying, well, that was smart of them to do that, or people see you as somebody who's wise, that has a lot of knowledge that could help a lot of people. Oh, domestic situation, the Star. This is lovely. This is hope. This is fairness. It's Aquarius. So this is a really nice energy. There's a lot of hope in the home. Hopes and fears. The Sun. I would say for those who have nothing to hide, this is a great card. For those who have a lot to hide, well, the Sun illuminates everything. So we can be aware, you can decide who you are and who's the Gemini who might be worried about that. Okay. All right. In the outcome, we have the Ace of Swords, justice, justice. So justice is coming. A decision is being made. A decision is made and you can't step back from it. So if you've been waiting for a decision, if there's been a legal matter that's been, concerning you, or you've been waiting to hear, this is indication that you will definitely hear this month. I'm going to pick 3 more to see if I can get a major arcana. What the heck is that? My phone is making a weird sound. It's never made before. So I want to make sure it's not like a hurricane warning or something. Nope. There's no hurricane. Just checking. One time I got a tornado warning on my phone. I didn't realize I could get them. I was like, tornado. Of course, I was driving with a friend of mine. We were driving to do help a friend who had a international medium. She was doing a program with an international medium, and we were going to be helpers. This tornado. And they're like, take cover, but we were like on a backcountry road, like there was no place to cover. Were you going to go under a tree? So we were fine, but that's what I thought that was. Okay, sorry, you didn't need to know any of that. All right, so 3 cards to see if we can get a major arcana. I get the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. So whatever this legal thing is, it's going to be news. It's going to be news. 7 of Pentacles. Perhaps not quite the money you thought. And the 6 of Swords. Ultimately, you no longer have to worry about it. So while it's not going to be exactly what you had hoped for, it's going to be enough. It's going to be enough. It's not an issue, I don't think. Let's see what's underneath this. We have the 8 of Pentacles, which is you doing your due diligence. The 6 of Wands, which is victory. And the 2 of Pentacles, which is a balancing cause and effect. Cause and effects. So any losses that you make on this, you will be able to compensate with just working a little bit harder, which is not really something that you don't know how to do. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right. Now I'm going to pick, I got a new deck. It is the Tree of Life Oracle. And I'm going to pick an oracle card for Geminis. So let me just shuffle these up real quick. They're pretty shuffled, but I like to always, oh, they're hard to shuffle though, because they're new, you know. All right, let's see if I can do this without shutting off the camera, which I'm known to do. Oh, let me shuffle on top of this. And then I end up shutting things off. All right. Message for Gemini, message for Gemini, message for Gemini. I'm just trying to see if I can get a picture or something. Gemini. I saw a sunflower. Keeping your face to the sun. Okay. the 17th path, the lovers. This is the path of Gemini on the tree of life. It connects Bina, the mother, with Tippereth, the son. I call it the Madonna and child energy. Humor, choices, intelligence. This is you. I mean, honestly, you guys are funny. You're schmat. And you know, it's all about choices for you because you can utilize that for good or you can utilize it for evil. It's up to you. And we're always held accountable. Remember, we're in an 8 vibration this year. And that's as you sow, so shall you reap. And we are reaping things that we've sown over the last 8 years. And we also have instant manifestation this year. So choose well, my friend, my Gemini friends. All right. Well, wow, that was interesting. Okay. So have yourself a wonderful and safe September. If you are interested in learning about the Kabbalah, I am doing an introduction to the Kabbalah and the Tree of Life. It's going to start the second week of September. I will put something below so you can click on it if you want to join us. I have 2 Kabbalah classes. They usually run consecutively. Each one is 6 weeks long. It occurs on the same. I think I'm going to do it on Thursdays, but so it'll be, you know, 6 consecutive Thursdays. The first class is just getting down with the language of the Tree of Life, explaining the Tree of Life. And then the second class is more associated with how I utilize the Tree of Life with astrology, numerology, the chakras. It's a great course. People who take it really do enjoy it. So that is available for you. So take care, and I'll see you again next month. Namaste.